Good evening, everyone. Please stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the recent passing of Mr. Darrell Harris, as well as other Comet alumni, former teachers who have passed in recent months and left a lasting impact on our school community. Please be seated. In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, NJSA 10:4-6, adequate notification of this meeting has been provided by advertising in the record and posting notice in the Board of Education Administration Building and filing notice with the city clerk. To ensure accessibility, interpreter services are available upon request. Please submit your written request at least 24 hours prior notice to the board meeting to the Acting School Business Administrator, Lindita Agastra, at lagastra@hackensackschools.org. I hereby call to order the regular public meeting on Wednesday, September 24th, 2025, in the Hackensack High School Media Center at 6:17 p.m. Ms. Agastra, can you please do a roll call?
Present.
Present.
Mr. Farrell,
Present.
Ms. Gilmore,
Here.
Mr. Jones.
Here.
Mr. Martin,
Present.
Present.
Ms. Harris,
Present.
Mr. Stein is absent. We have a quorum.
Thank you so much. Before we begin, I would like to wish our Jewish community and our student body a happy Rosh Hashanah. I understand that this is the second night of Rosh Hashanah of their new year. And unfortunately, there was a scheduled board meeting for tonight. These meetings are scheduled a year in advance. It was really an oversight. We used the district calendar, which we are in school during that time. So we apologize for the inconvenience. At this time, we are going to move into our student special presentation, which is the Hackensack High School cell phone presentation. And I'm going to give it up to Mr. Montesano and his crew.
Oh, we got a clicker too, huh? This is good. Good evening. Thank you for having us. Again, we were just asked to kind of give an update as far as how is one of our biggest, I think, initiatives and one of our newest initiatives that we're starting this year, which is our cell phone procedures. And just to provide a little bit update, we're obviously still in our honeymoon, but again, we'll give an administrative perspective, we'll have a teacher perspective, and then obviously we'll end with our grand finale, which is our most important. We'll have a student perspective too. So over the summer, we did a lot of, I guess, soul searching, and just when we were doing our walkthroughs, we did well over 200 walkthroughs last year as an administrative team. And I think the one thing we saw, which was pretty consistent, was even the most engaging lessons, just something was missing, and we really had to put our hand on it. And, kind of sometimes you do a little reflection over the summer. Sometimes I feel like our best work is done over the summer because we can kind of take a deep breath and reflect. But we also listened to our staff, we listened to our students, and the biggest distractor and the reason that they were having trouble engaging and also having difficulty, with distractions and engagement really was the cell phones. So we said, why don't we just eliminate the distraction? And we've had certain classrooms who kind of piloted this for us last year, and the ones that did it, it was remarkable to see. And this is really kind of how we got to where we are today. So tonight we'd like to discuss, how we got here, some of our results so far, and also we'll even share some teacher and student testimonials. So now to give it a teacher perspective, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. King. Yes.
What ones do I put?
That one. Yep. So that's, yep. Yep. Always.
Okay. So upon entering the classroom, our students are required to place their cell phones in a numbered wall-mounted pocket holder. Their phones are either put on Do Not Disturb or they're turned off. The phones face the wall so that if their phones are still on, we don't see what's coming up on the screen. They don't see their notifications. Phones remain in the pockets for the duration of instructional time. Many teachers will use the pocket chart for visual attendance. Placeholder cards are issued for students without phones or those needing medical accommodations. And the goal is to reduce distractions and create a focused, respectful classroom environment. I myself started doing this on day one, on the first day of school, and found that establishing that routine has been a great success for me. We're still waiting. Are we still waiting on classroom?
Couple classrooms, yep.
Couple classrooms are still waiting for it. But the feedback amongst my colleagues, the feedback in the teachers lounge has been 100% positive. Teachers observe improved student focus and more positive classroom climate. Attendance has been taken via chart, is streamlined and it's efficient. And this is generally what it looks like. You can have the pouches, which the district has ordered. We have clear pouches. I'm not sure what number 2 is.
Number 2 is actually what they use in physical education, where they don't necessarily have walls for it. It was their idea. They kind of came up with it, so we ordered some of those for each gym.
And for anyone that is concerned about the security, this is what you see upon entering the classroom. So it's away from the students, it's at the front of the room, monitored by teachers all throughout. So there's really no opportunity for students to go and take the wrong phone. In the event that happens, the students are great about bringing it back. Generally, the teachers are circulating the room. No one is going up there when they're not supposed to be going up there. And aside from the general complaint, like, I don't want to do this, it hasn't been an issue. Students are respectful. I haven't had any negative interactions. I haven't had any interactions that have escalated into uncomfortable situations. Students comply. And in the event that a student hasn't put their phone in there, that phone has been kept in their bag. It hasn't been turned on. And in the event that somebody has forgotten to do it, the student gets up, puts it in the pouch, and it's never been an issue for me. Yeah. I don't want to speak too soon.
So I think obviously any new initiative presents some challenges and also presents, again, I think it's most important, especially where we're about a month into this, is to get some feedback from our stakeholders. So we got some feedback from our teachers to see what was working well, what doesn't, and to kind of talk about that a little bit as Mrs. Lozano.
Good evening, everyone. So some challenges. We all know that we are attached to our phones. So initially over the summer when this came out, there was some resistance from families, students, former students, not even current students, that we were made aware of right away. We have a pretty good pulse on the community. We've been here for long enough. And we knew that this was going to be something that, some students were going to have a hard time with, or families. But we felt united in our approach with your support, with Mr. Montesano's support of all of us. We responded with informational outreach, flexibility for special cases. Anybody with an IEP or 504, any special circumstances, we understand people have emergencies. So we have worked through those with counselors and with families. Security concerns were also addressed with teacher supervision, as Mrs. King spoke about earlier. And just really clear communication. From the beginning, like Mrs. King said, we were clear about, establishing that respect between students and staff members. We haven't had any issues either. Speaking to students, if there's any anxieties with families, we approached it immediately, and it's been really running great. Also. Yeah, because so we wanted to just send something out to staff, right? Feedback and testimonials. And as you see, 98.7 said that they felt that the new cell phone rules have produced a better classroom climate. Obviously, we are addressing the other one feedback. But as you can see, that's a lot of positive feedback. And do you feel as though the new cell phone rules have increased student engagement? Not only in this survey, but through our walkthroughs the first few weeks, the engagement is incredible. I don't want to take what the students are going to say because, you know, we went around and asked them. And we asked teachers, but this is a little bit more formal just so that it visually we can understand the impact it's been having.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank everyone for coming. So as we said, in terms of the update and the implementation of the results of the survey, we had 98, almost 99% of the teachers said the policy is effective and they're adopting. One of the things that we also see in terms of the write-ups, cell phone usage. I don't think I've gotten none. I know I've gotten no write-ups so far in this month. And by now we probably would have had like 15, 20 per grade. And one of the things that when we set this out and we started and we talked about it over the summer, like Ms. Amana said, we communicated this through a letter first. Then we communicated during our parent meetings. We all had grade level parent meetings that we brought them in. We talked about the new policy, what was going to be like and how the kids are going to come in, so when they come in the classroom, put their cell phones away and then get started right away on their do now activities to get them going. And it had like, knock on wood, it has been great. But we did started from the beginning and we made it our point in the summer to clearly communicate the expectations to parents with the letter that went out in the summer and during our grade level parent meetings, which we also communicated. And I almost forgot about that. And then we also had our grade level student meetings that we had the first full week of school. So everything was laid out. Everyone was on board. We have, our stakeholders and our student body.
So just to talk a little bit about some of the teacher feedback we received so far is none other than Mr. Greenwood.
Good evening. Just to talk about, go back to last year. Last year, we did not have a school-wide cell phone policy. However, we did have some instructors kind of pilot the program on their own by implementing pouch systems. So in looking at the feedback, the first one, now the teacher's saying having everyone enforces it makes it easier. Now that it's school-wide, it's a lot easier for the pouch system. We did have some success with it last year. There was some pushback because it wasn't an official policy, but it worked out nicely, especially in the math classes where the students would come in, take a calculator and put their cell phone in their spot. So now that it's school-wide, we've had a lot of positive feedback for that. Teachers have noted that there's less distractions. They've noted that the climate of the classroom is much better. They've noted that the cell phone policy, that in their words, has been a game changer, especially in the hallways and bathrooms. They've allowed for more student engagement in the classroom. There's been very little student resistance in using the cell phone caddy. Honestly, I think it's because the cell phone pouches are less intrusive than the locked pouches. With a locked pouch, the students wouldn't have access to the cell phone during the course of the school day. With the pouches, they get them between classes. If there's an emergency, they have them. If they have lunch, they can take them. So they still have access. So I think it's kind of like they're working with it because the system, it works with them as well. So, and the last one, this has been amazing. So they said the kids are really good with it. There's no more distractions, and a lot of the teachers really love the policy. So.
But obviously we could just stand up here and give you some rhetoric, but the most important asset that we have as a common community is our students. So again, we were just happy to be talking to the kids in the hallways just to get their feedback. So we have two students here tonight, Comfort Afrifa and Angelina Esteves Marcelino. They gave us such good responses. They didn't realize, but then we solicited them to the board meeting. This is their reward for being so helpful. But without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to our students.
Hello, everyone. For the cell phone policy, I feel like it gives us a new environment, a new learning experience. We're more connected to our teachers and we interact more with our classmates. It wasn't really like that before. Everyone's on their phone, on Instagram, they hear a ring, they looking at their phone, hiding it. So I just feel like, yeah, we're more interactive. And it's not just a policy. I feel like it's for our own good. Like it's for us to succeed and get a better learning experience. Hi, I'm Angelina. Hi, I'm Angelina Esteves. I'm piggybacking off of what Comfort said. I do agree with how it really helps us in the classroom environment, focusing more on our studies and in the classroom, actually interacting with our classmates and teachers, projects. We're actually just not Googling everything. We're actually like researching it off our computers and everything. So I just feel like it really helps us focus on our work and yeah.
So I think it probably would have been pretty easy for us as an administrative team to just kind of keep everything status quo. I feel like we did take a risk. I think it was a calculated risk, but I have to say, it's now my 16th year as principal. This is probably number one thing we've done so far as increasing student engagement. However, none of this is possible. It really isn't without a wonderful student body and a wonderful teaching staff. So for those who are watching or those who will probably hear about it tomorrow, we can't do it without them. They've all bought in. And again, it's just because of the culture and the climate that we have at Hackensack High School. So thank you.
For question, either yourself or Ms. Parchment can answer this. On the lower grade.
Mr. Martin, can you
the-
speak closer to the mic?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Either yourself or Ms. Parchment can answer this question. On the lower grades, are they doing the same? So they are conditioned when they do come to you? That there wouldn't be that resistance, or we don't know, or we never had done this before type of.
So our wonderful middle school principal is going to come to us tomorrow, I think, and just kind of take a bird's eye view of see how it's going and do a little walkthrough with us. So again, that would make our lives so much
Yeah.
easier if it could start, in the middle school level. So yeah, we're gonna, she said she's bringing snacks too. So we said, yes, you can come. So.
That's it.
Sure, Peter.
I will say, Mr. Montesano, that as a parent, when I received that email, I said, oh,
Yep.
I was like, oh, so I had to explain to my child and say, these are the expectations now, you got to follow the rules, you get a write-up. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what
Right.
what kind of pouch, but they are kind of like shoe pouches,
Mhm.
right? That's
Yes.
exactly what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's amazing, and I love the feedback from the students. I think it's a great idea.
I think for us too, I think the biggest thing is treating them like young adults. We're not excluding you from them. We understand that they're a part of your life, but also your education is a bigger part of your life. So if we can take it out of your hands for 40 minutes, and then you can, we treat you like young adults in the hallways, in the cafeteria, in the common areas, you can use them again. They've really risen to the occasion. They've met our expectations and then some.
Great,
I
thank
have a
you.
question. What are the next steps for other devices like watches, earbuds, and those type of distractions?
So I think, yeah, we've talked about it. I think this is probably step one for us. I mean, I think the watches are going to present a challenge too. I don't necessarily know if they really have a spot for themselves in the pouches, so to speak, but I go to like Bergen County roundtables, and I know this is a discussion point among some of the other principals who have instituted this, and I feel like this is step one. Let's make sure it works, because not every classroom has them yet. We ordered them from WB Mason. They ended up canceling the order on us, how everything goes, but we should have the rest of them by next week. Once we get a full thing, a full implementation across the district, across the school, then we can kind of take a good look at some of the other things.
Okay, and I'll be curious to see if the test scores improve.
We keep talking like underhandedly about it. I mean, I firmly believe it's going to. I really do.
So being that it was stated that this is a form of also having attendance taken. So if someone forgets to put their phone in the pouch, or if they have it in their bag and it's not disrupting the class, how is attendance?
There's still a visual component. So this is like just an initial scan, really quick to see, because the number that's on the pouch matches the number on the desk. So if a teacher sees that number 8's missing, she quick scans, or he or she quick scans the number 8. If the student's there, then it's probably a one-on-one conversation as to why isn't your cell phone in the pouch.
Okay.
The other thing too, I think, which was important, again, we listened to the students too, because we did get some initial feedback. In the event of emergency, in the event of, anything, we understand we're an open campus. This isn't necessarily the easiest place, especially when they go to lunch. So that's why in the event there is an emergency, they're literally right in the classroom. So there's not like they're hidden or anything else. We're excluding them from the day. So I think this was kind of we met them to where we are, and we met, understanding the needs of our school too.
I just want to thank you, Mr. Montesano, and the whole administrative team and our students for coming out tonight. And just really working hard to make sure our students have the best learning environment. So thank you so much.
Thank you. All righty. Thank you.
Okay. At this time, be it resolved that the Hackensack Board of Education determines it necessary to meet an executive session on Wednesday, September 24th, 2025, to discuss legal, personnel, student-related matters, HIB reports, negotiations, and other confidential matters. And be it further resolved that these matters will be made public when the need for confidentiality no longer exists. Can I have a motion to go into executive?
I'll offer.
Okay, motion by trustee Amar Hamza. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Carroll. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Excellent. Thank you so much. It is 6:36. I would say we would be back by give us around by 8:15. We do have a heavy closed session agenda. We will try our best to come out a little bit before. Thank you. Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Can I have a motion to reopen to the public session, please? Motion
Second.
by trustee Pringle. Can I have a second?
A second.
Second by trustee Gilmore. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Excellent. Okay, we're gonna move on to our agenda and do the approval of the minutes. Be it resolved that the Hackensack Board of Education approves the regular and executive meeting minutes of August 20th, 2025. Can I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
I'll offer.
Okay, motion by trustee Irma Hamza. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by trustee Martin. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, thank you very much. At this time, we're going to go to our presentations. And our first presentation is the graduation pathway, which will be presented by our Assistant Superintendent Rosemary Marks.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
And thank you to our awesome tech team out there who has these presentations ready to go for us at the drop of a hat. Thank you, guys. So this evening, I am going to share the Graduation Pathways Data Report with you. And this report is essentially information on pathways that our students have taken, alternate pathways to achieve graduation. And I have a lot of information to share with you, and it's all on one slide. So we're going to go through this quickly. So the number of students who graduated last year in total was 435 at Hackensack High School. Of those students, the number of students graduating under the substitute competency test process, which is alternate testing methods, we had 96 for ELA and 298 for math. The number of students who graduated under the portfolio appeals process was 0. We did not have any students who graduated via the portfolio process. The number of students who received state-endorsed high school diplomas as a result of meeting alternate requirements as specified in their individual education plans was 9 for ELA and 10 for math. The total number of students denied graduation from 12th grade, in this row you see a dash because with the state of New Jersey, anytime you have less than 10, they do not report out. So when you have a category, the category was less than 10 because as you can see in the very next row, the number of students denied graduation from 12th grade solely because of failure to pass the ELA and math NJSLA assessments, a substitute competency test or portfolio appeals process was 0. This data is found in both NJ Smart reporting as well as our student information system, Genesis SIS. And as I shared, I had a lot to share with you, and the presentation is now over. This is it. Amen.
Okay, does anyone have any questions for Ms. Marks? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Marks. Moving on to our next presentation. And I lost my place. Which is our building upgrades by Juan Pablo Feliz, our Director of Buildings and Grounds.
It's the clicky first time doing a presentation.
You will do great.
Regarding my position, so I don't have a crowd behind me like Jimmy had, so they'll do it on my own. I'm doing a presentation for the Buildings and Grounds. Let me get this first page up, sorry. That I'm gonna have Ms. Parchment come up. Okay, I'm gonna have Ms. Parchment come up for the first phase of the presentation. Now it clicks. Which one is it? That one right here. This is the East Wing Girls Locker Room.
I just wanted, good evening, everyone. I just wanted to mention how this project came about, and I wanted to acknowledge the district's Affirmative Action Committee as we were looking at the comprehensive equity plan. It states that facilities for boys and facilities for girls should be the same. And we noticed that there were improvements that needed to be made for the girls' facilities, athletic facilities. And so I brought this matter to our building and grounds coordinator, and they really were responsive. So I just want to acknowledge him, and also want to acknowledge the athletic department, Mr. Whiting, and especially Mrs. Canestrino. So I just wanted everyone to know about the first 3 slides.
So yes, so at the beginning of these slides, I'm just gonna give you a slide presentation. This is my 3rd year at the Buildings and Grounds. So we took this project within house. So basically it was removing lockers, doing general renovations on it. If you see on the left, there was panels on the walls, we removed them. So once we removed the panels, we sheetrocked all the walls, brought it up to date, good conditions. Those are the old lockers. The new lockers were wider, so we built platforms. For the ones on the left, we built cinder block walls to make them wider. Those benches on your right used to be lockers, used to be on them. So we made the concrete platforms because to outsource it was gonna be $5,000 and some type of material so the students could sit. So we did that in-house. I didn't show up, let me tell you, you're not gonna see 50, 60 slides. This is basically, you have to visually see it, because if I blew so many slides, you all would get bored. So this is the before on your left, and this is on the right, the completion. We're still needing some panels to install, but that's from an outsourced company. But this is the view. This right here, we set a table so the girls could plug their phones. That's missing mirror we haven't received. This is the door on the right that they will exit to the hallway now. That's in the East Wing. This is another girls' locker room that really was never being used. It used to be showers. We removed all the showers. We did concrete platforms, and we had a company come and install the locker rooms. We are still getting, on this area is gonna be epoxy flooring. Now, stepping out of the box regarding the renovations, I gotta tell you that we have an 11-man maintenance crew. We have a licensed plumber, licensed electricians, and an HVAC guy. Bringing all these people within our district makes us save money for the district to do other projects. So this is on special services. This always looked like a desert for years. No one can maintain grass. The kids would sit there, hang and play soccer. But like I said, I took one photo. We put new fencing. It isn't a regular wire fence. It's more of a residential heavy duty. So when you pass by it, you don't get the feel that the kids are in prison, that we're containing them. The kids enjoy this. They don't even run on it. Even though we have a gate, they're not climbing the fence. They're appreciated. Because what you see on the left was not pleasant. Even as a parent that drove the kids to school, that's what I saw. So decided to do, let's do the sod, sprinklers, and we put great plants in it, and it's growing better every year. This is something might be out of the source, but to me, that container, every time I drove by, it was in the dirt and it had holes. We replaced it and we did a concrete pad. So when other events are present, the track and field, they see that at least someone notices that the containers and look, it looks perfect. It looks clean, it looks maintained, and you won't even notice it when you drive by it. Now, these other photos I'm gonna show you is the money that we have saved in the district. I'm able to do some projects with the money that I have. So I'm gonna show you some. This is Fairmont School. On the left, that is a ground painted floor for over 30 or 40 years. That affected me as walking to the school as a parent. It was not acceptable. So what I did this summer, the photo on the right, we put new tiles. This includes the principal, assistant principal. We pick out the color. In the middle is an H when you walk up to the high school, when you walk up to the auditorium. This was the hallway. When the parent walked in the first day of school, this is what they saw on the left. This is what they see on the right now when they walk to the school. In this school, this is Hiller's, same thing Hiller's. 30, 40 years of seeing Battleship Great on the floors. Me as a parent, unacceptable. We painted the walls with the participation with the principal, Mrs. Soto. We decided to the walls semi-gloss, the floors are blue color. I like the idea of the floors being different. You could distinguish different schools. If I keep on doing the same pattern, no one knows what school they're really in. So as a parent, the school. Now, this is Hiller's auditorium. This was last year. The seats were broken. This is one seat, right? The other seats was losing nuts and bolts. So I decided during the summertime, I planned it, budgeted, and repaired the whole auditorium floor. There was different patches all over, made it one complete new floor, sanded down to the original color when it was first built. And now these are the new seats in the auditorium. Yeah, Hiller School. Yes, and we also installed air conditioning in there. That was done in-house. On the next photo, this is Fairmont School. This was last year. We had to do the floor. So we did the whole new entire floor. And while I was doing the floors, I had new bleachers installed. The old bleachers were outdated, 50 years old, now within code, unsafe for another person to climb up to it. You can't really see the focus of it, but it all has railings on the left, on the right, and on the center. Yes, and the floors were all brand new, all new lighting. This is the middle school. Now, the middle school, the floor on the left, I stripped it down to bare original floor that hasn't been done over 40 years. We got new lines and we installed new bleachers. Left bleachers are home, right bleachers, closest we could get to the school color is the guests. So now when they come to the school, it's very presentable. If you've been there before and seen the old and seen the new, it's an amazing change. And it's not big money. You know, it's just saving for it, budgeting for it, and doing it. And sorry to say, that's my last photo representation. I wish I had more.
Being your first presentation, I think you nailed it. I think you nailed it. Any questions or comments? Mr. Martin, turn on your microphone, please. Is this microphone
This
on?
is, all this work that, you have done, is this just you and your crew? Or do you have to use outside sources,
So look,
outside work?
The outside sources are when you build the bleachers, that's a company. It's a co-op company that doesn't want to cover. Any electrical work we do in-house. So the electrical had to be done in-house. The VCT tiles, I get those installed by a company to do in the summertime. For the money that we save on our projects, I know I could budget it for next year. So I do have a budget. I keep eyes on it like it's my own money. So we save money and I start saving for the next project for next year. But it's going on. Look, our schools are old. I could blow up 30 or 100 photos. Our schools are old, they're breaking down every day, and you really don't see that. Once they're resolved, no one hears the complaints. But it's a daily challenge to maintain the schools working, functioning, air conditioning, boilers. We get new boilers. We hired a new HVAC guy. That guy's already saved me minimum 15, 20,000. He's only been here a month and a half. We're finding issues that we could never resolve at the middle school. 5, 6, we're resolving it. It was a computer issue. We're saving the air conditioner at 23 years old. We're maintaining them. I know the school budget. I know when we have, when we don't have. So the maintenance department repairs these things in-house to maintain the schools open, to make sure the kids are safe, to make sure the places are pleasant when they come to school. I mean, green grass, new tile floors, new benches, new gyms, new lighting. They love that. And I try to continue doing that within the budget we have without affecting the taxpayers. I mean, we have bigger budgets, but that's above my pay grade. But I maintain the ones that are more visible, more functional, and maintaining the schools open all year round.
Right, thank you.
That's great.
I just want to, thank you very much, you and the whole team, Buildings and Grounds team, for all of that hard work. Especially at a time when we know, costs for everything, whether you're a consumer or whether we're a district, constantly going up. So it's a huge savings to our district, to our taxpayers. And also I can say, as someone whose dad has owned a flooring installation business for the last 50 years, I know how expensive and the type of hard work that floor installation, the sanding, and reinstallation, especially of such large floors, such old
Yeah.
floors. I know how hard that is. I know how expensive it would have been had you outsourced it. So I thank you for saving the district that money and for the excellent work. It looks beautiful.
But I'll tell me,
Yeah.
of the, maybe of some of the work, like the gym floors, I
Mhm.
outsource
Yeah.
that with the money I save. BCT tiling, it's a massive, they have to remove 40 years of paint.
Yeah.
With machines that we can't afford. It'll take us too much,
Take
but that's
time.
where I know where I could save what I'm gonna do, that we cannot do.
Right.
We do other things that, those little things cost thousands,
that-
but altogether, oh,
Mhm.
definitely, and that's why I'm able to do the improvements.
Yeah.
That you'll see now, they're not waiting for years. But without the maintenance crew, there's no me.
It's- We thank you. I mean, it's
Yeah.
obvious.
My
you
guys are
worked
awesome,
hard.
but I
Yeah.
can't do this alone, I cannot do this. They
Right.
have the great support.
Right.
But-
I have to say, I attended the Fairmount Back to School Night. My son was a student at Fairmount, so I was very familiar with those brown floors, and I almost like forgot where I was when I walked in and saw the flooring, and it looks really good. So it's a great job.
I love it when I go.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think everything looks, I'm sorry. I think everything looks great, and just having the before and after pictures just shows it. I mean, like, it's so stark and it shows pride in your work. And as someone whose daughter has contributed to the lack of grass on the middle school front right there, like, I noticed it when we went in this year, and it was like, it jumped out. And I mean, it's a really good look. It's, you could tell you have pride in it. Hats off to you.
Well, it's a teamwork.
Right.
It's all the
Your
decisions.
team.
Yeah, I
Right.
do it with the principals, we pick fences, we do, it isn't that just me.
Right.
No, it's a group effort, and we all get to the point and say, we're gonna do it. So, no, I enjoy my job. This is 7 days a week, 24 hours, but I do enjoy it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I take pride in it.
I
Love
want to
kids.
say that myself and Jennifer went to back to school night at Hiller's last week. And the pictures are good, but in person, beautiful.
Yeah.
The chairs were comfortable, like almost like sleepable. If they put on a movie for them kids in that school, they going to sleep. Like the chairs
no.
were comfortable.
So what I did is, what I'm doing is, every time we do an auditorium seat, it's gonna be the same pattern throughout. Because I have extra materials. Something breaks, we don't have to call a vendor. Every school leaves me a boat. They have enough supplies for the next 20 years. 20 years. If something breaks and there's only one vendor, call the same guy. Because you start calling different vendors, different things, and when I'm gone 5, 10 years, who put the seats down? They'll have enough supplies. You know, so
Beautiful job.
Yeah.
Great job.
I think the parents love it. Yeah. So-
And the presentation was on
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Thank you, Pablo.
No, I think always that note. And,
Bow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, just before we go into our superintendent's report, for those of you who are joining us just recently live, I did give just a little quick statement. I just wanted to wish our Jewish community, students, staff, families, happy Rosh Hashanah. I understand that this is the second night of Rosh Hashanah. I'm sorry?
Second day.
Second day, thank you. Second day, and unfortunately, we did schedule a board meeting tonight. The board meeting was scheduled in advance, a year out in advance, and it was definitely an oversight because we were following the district schedule, which we were still open. So we do apologize for any inconvenience. But at this time, I'm going to pass it off to our superintendent's report, Ms. Andrea Oates Parchment.
Good evening again, everyone.
Good evening.
First, I will share with you the enrollment report. We have a total of 5,110 students. You can see it broken down by school. The residency report, the number of residency cases received for this period were 4 and 4 year to date. Residency verified, none. We have in-home visits unverified. And as of this date, 0 parents have provided proof of residency and 0 students were withdrawn as of this date. Harassment, intimidation, and bullying report. We have 2 cases founded at the middle school, 2 cases unfounded at the middle school. We also have 2 cases pending, one at Jackson, one at the high school. And preliminary determination not HIV was for the middle school. Also, I would like to just acknowledge Hispanic Heritage Month. And the theme for this year is Collective Heritage, honoring the past, inspiring the future. And we, as a district, will hold a district-wide celebration Tuesday, mark it on your calendar, October 14th, beginning at 6 p.m. So come out and see our students and possibly our staff present. We're looking forward to that. Also, kudos again to the building and ground staff. And Pablo, I think some of our administrators, if they're unable to present, they might be calling on you to do more presentations. Your talent, Mr. Felice. Also, happy Rosh Hashanah to everyone who's celebrating. And we know this evening is sacred, and we just want to wish our Jewish sisters and brothers who are currently probably at their temples, just know that you are in our thoughts. Sustainable New Jersey recognition, all of our schools will be receiving a bronze award at the New Jersey School Boards Association. We're looking forward to that. And we thank our technology team and all of the teachers and all of the staff who made that happen. Also, the HEA sponsored a wonderful hot breakfast for our convocation, and we just want to thank them for hosting that. I want to thank the board members, the community, and our assistant superintendent for all of the gift card donations. It was a wonderful, wonderful event. We're still pulling tickets, and people are still winning. Back to school nights. I had the opportunity to visit. Yes. I had the opportunity to visit all of the back to school nights, and I have to say, well organized, engaged. So it was just wonderful. And I felt that the parents were happy. So I want to congratulate our principals and all of our staff and everyone who played a part. Even the buildings looked wonderful. I was very happy. We were very happy. Sports. I just recently added this because when I left my office today, I looked outside the tennis courts, the football field, the 2 fields adjacent to our building. There were competitions everywhere. It's so nice to see, the students involved with the sports and the competitions, all of the school buses outside. So it was really nice to see. Stay tuned. We have many more events, not just our district event, but the schools will be having events in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. So please stay tuned. I want to thank the high school for the cell phone presentation. And I'm happy that this is going to result in more student engagement. You heard our students say that. The Giants, this is hot off the press, the Giants and Ford program. They're coming to our high school October 3rd to speak to students. It's motivational speaking, and students who are part of the auto mechanics, they're going to do a demonstration, and it's at no cost to us. And I said they probably picked us because we have the best students, the most outstanding students in the most outstanding high school. So of course they wanted to come to Hackensack, right? And finally, we want to wish all of our students and our staff, the reason why we're here, for our students, a wonderful start and end to the school year. And thank you.
Thank you.
Pass the mic. Okay, we're moving on to public comments. Public participation shall be governed by the following rules. If in person, a participant must sign the sign-in sheet and be recognized by the presiding officer and must preface comments by an announcement of his or her name, municipality of residence, group affiliation, if applicable. Each statement made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes duration during the public session. All statements, questions, or inquiries shall be directed to the presiding officer, and any questions or inquiries directed by a participant to another board member shall be redirected to the presiding officer, who shall determine if such statement, question, or inquiry shall be addressed by the presiding officer on behalf of the board or by the individual board member. And 4, all board and/or acting superintendent responses to questions or inquiries shall be held until the end of public participation. At this time, we will open up the floor to those in person for public comments. Anybody here would like to speak? Okay, I see that there are none. Anyone online? I see that there are none. Okay. At this time, public comment section will be closed. And we're going to move on to our committee reports and resolutions. And we will start off first with personnel. And our chair of personnel is Trustee Amber Hamza.
Thank you, Madam President. Before I begin, I would like to make 2 motions. The first motion is to table items E1 and E2.
Okay, so I have a motion to table items E1 and E2 by Trustee Amber Hamza. Can I
I'll
have a
motion.
second?
I'll motion.
Okay, so Trustee Martin seconds the motion. Can I have a roll call for that table, please?
Miss Alston Balaputra,
Yes.
Miss Amber Hamza,
Yes.
Mr. Carroll,
Yes.
Miss Gilmore,
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Miss Pringle,
Yes.
Miss Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Stein is absent, motion passes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And I would like to make a second motion to table item G7.
Okay, so Trustee Amber Hamza just put a motion to table item G7.
Yes.
Can I have a second for that motion?
A second.
Okay, second by Trustee Gilmore. Ms. Agostra, can you please do a roll call for that?
Miss Alston Balaputra,
Yes.
Miss Amber Hamza,
Yes.
Mr. Carroll,
I recuse myself from the G7.
Miss Gilmore,
Yes.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Miss Pringle,
I recuse myself from G7.
Miss Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Stein is absent, motion passes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So the Personnel Committee met, and I would like to make a motion to offer for consideration items A1, A through AA, with the exception of items E1, E2, and G7.
Okay, thank you. So I have a motion from Trustee Amber Hamza. Can I have a second?
Second.
I'm sorry, who did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, oh, new voice. Okay, so we have a second by Trustee Jones. Ms. Agostra, can you please do a roll call?
Miss Alston Balaputra,
Yes.
Miss Amber Hamza,
Yes.
Mr. Carroll,
Yes, but I will have to recuse myself from G3, G4, G6, L3, P1 through P5, and Y1.
you recused on G3, G4, G6, L3, P1 through P5, and Y1.
Yes.
Miss Gilmore,
Yes.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Miss Pringle,
Yes.
Miss Harris,
Yes.
motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to policy, and the chair of policy is Trustee Pringle.
For policy, I want to motion to approve the second read for items B1 and B2.
Okay, so we have a motion from Trustee Pringle. Can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Second by Trustee Amber Hamza. Ms. Agostra, can you please do a roll call?
Miss Alston Balaputra,
Yes.
Ms. Amor Hamza,
Yes.
Mr. Carroll,
Yes.
Ms. Gilmore,
Yes.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Pringle,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to curriculum, and the chair for curriculum is trustee Pringle.
Okay, for curriculum, I would like to, well, before I motion, if it's okay, I would like to highlight items C23 and C24. Before I read those, I just want to say that I'm proud to announce that we as a board and a district have convened as a team to collaborate to come up with our board and district goals. Okay, so C23, be it resolved, the Board of Education, upon recommendation of the acting superintendent of schools and acting school business administrator, acting board secretary, approves the 25-26 Board of Education goals. The Hackensack Board of Education will complete the CSA evaluation by July 1st, 26 statutory deadline by establishing a clear timeline to support accountability and communication. In September, the board will schedule the following deadlines. Deadlines for the CSA self-assessment, deadline for board members to complete individual evaluations, and a compilation meeting to finalize the annual performance report. A June date for the full board to meet with the CSA to discuss the annual performance report. The second is the Hackensack Board of Education will ensure that all documents related to agenda items are complete, accurate, and available to both board members and the public unless otherwise exempt by the OPMA to be disclosed to the public prior to any vote. The board will maintain full compliance with all public access requirements to promote transparency and informed decision-making. And third, the Hackensack Board of Education will make consistent and measurable progress towards earning New Jersey School Boards Association professional development training credits, ensuring board members are well-informed and aligned with best governance practices. The board will complete the yearly board self-evaluation by June 2026. For our board districts, the first goal, June 2026, all students in grades K through 12 will demonstrate proficiency in standards-aligned learning outcomes as evidenced by district-created assessments. Grade K4 students' proficiency will be measured through performances on district-created standards-aligned assessments in reading and mathematics administered throughout the year. Grades 5 through 12, students' proficiency will be measured through performance on district-created standards-aligned final exams in core content areas. Goal 2, by 2026, the majority of the students in Hackensack Public Schools in each grade level will demonstrate an increase in student achievement as measured by NWEA MAP growth assessments in reading the mathematics. Specifically, the average percentile rank for each grade level will fall in spring, from fall to spring will improve by at least 5 percentile points. Goal 3, by June 2026, the district will increase meaningful family engagement in order to create and sustain positive, collaborative, and productive relationships with families for the benefit of students by implementing a series of multilingual family workshops and regular two-way communication initiatives, resulting in 25% increase in the number of families participating in at least 2 school events and a 20% increase in family response to school surveys, reports, report card review, acknowledgement, and other markers of parent engagement. I would like to motion items C1 through C27.
Thank you, trustee Pringle. So we have a motion by trustee Pringle. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Abraham. Ms. Agasha, can you please do a roll call?
Miss Alston Balaputra,
Yes, but abstaining from C1.
Miss Emmer Hamza,
Yes.
Mr. Carroll,
Yes.
Miss Gilmore,
Yes.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Miss Pringle,
Yes.
Miss Harris,
Yes.
motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to, well, before we move on to finance, I just wanted to thank trustee Pringle for reading our board and district goals. They're super important because this is what we're working towards as a district. And it took a lot of several meetings, collaboration. Ms. Oach Parchment met with building principals. She met with her administrative team. I mean, everybody was involved in the making of these district goals, and we are already seeing some of these goals already starting to get checked off. So I'm very excited to see what we end up with at the end. So moving on to finance, our chair is Vice President Stein, but he is not here today due to religious reasons. So we are going to kick it off to trustee Alston Balaputra.
Thank you, President Harris.
You're welcome.
I just would like to highlight D5. We'd like to thank Joseph M. Sanzari Incorporated for their donation of new backpacks with school supplies. The donation is for Fannie Meyer Hillers Elementary School for the 25-26 school year. Otherwise, I will offer D1 through D19 for approval.
Excellent. So we have a motion from trustee Alston Balaputra. Can I have a second?
A second.
Second by trustee Pringle. Ms. Agasha, can you please do a roll call?
Miss Alston Balaputra,
Yes.
Miss Emmer Hamza,
Yes.
Mr. Carroll,
Yes.
Miss Gilmore,
Yes.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Miss Pringle,
Yes.
Miss Harris,
Yes.
motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to facilities, and our chair for facilities is trustee Martin.
Yes, I'd like to, motion E1 to E9, pretty much standard. That's it.
Second.
Sounds good. Okay, just, we have a motion by trustee Martin, a second by trustee Carroll. Ms. Agasha, roll call, please.
Miss Alston Balaputra,
Yes.
Miss Emmer Hamza,
Yes.
Mr. Carroll,
Yes.
Miss Gilmore,
Yes.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Miss Pringle,
Yes.
Miss Harris,
Yes.
motion passes.
Moving on to community relations, and chair for community relations committee is trustee Gilmore.
Good evening. So the Community Relations Committee met on 9/11. And it was determined that the original date of November 1st would needed to be rescheduled due to scheduling conflicts. So right now, the new date for the Community Health Fair will be Saturday, March 21st, 2026 at the Hackensack Middle School. Although we're disappointed that this is not happening next month, we're still super excited. This gives us more time to connect with partners and just make the fair that much better. So not to worry. We're gonna have a great fair.
Okay, thank you, trustee Gilmore. On to other committees. I will report that we had our first joint Board of Education and city meeting about 2 weeks ago. That happened 2 weeks ago. I can't remember when things happen anymore. I feel like they're all together. So 3 board members attended, as well as some of our administrative team, like our acting superintendent, our assistant superintendent, our business administrator. It was a very productive conversation. We spoke about where we can work together to benefit the taxpayers and the students of Hackensack, and there will be more forthcoming information as we move along. Moving on to new business, there are none, and we could go to public comments. Our second public comment. So individuals may address the board on agenda and school matters of community interest for 1 minute. Is there anybody here in person that would like to speak? Anybody online? Oh,
No, there's
I'm
one
sorry.
person.
We do have one in person. Yes, you can come up to the microphone.
So,
Oh,
I-
first state your name.
oh, my name is Dallas Petway.
Are you from Hackensack?
Yes, I'm from Hackensack.
Perfect.
So, my mom, she told me to come here for public speaking, but I got a little nervous. So instead of doing that, I think that I'm gonna mail a letter out, like expressing how I feel about sports and how it should be the same for boys and girls in the middle school, the high school, and all the other schools. But that's it. That's all I have to say.
Great. Thank you so much for coming up
Thank you.
here. Thank you. I think you aced that public speaking, by the way.
Absolutely.
Anyone online? Okay, let's go ahead.
Hi, this is Hallie Silverston, Josh Cohen's wife, resident of Hackensack. I just wanted to emphasize the importance of Rosh Hashanah in the Jewish community, and just our frustration with the fact that there was not a day off given, so that our son had to miss school instead of and had to like make up work rather than being able to just like celebrate the holiday with us at home. Um, I understand that like you have to have a certain number of days on the calendar, et cetera, but it feels like almost every other school of parents that I spoke to in Bergen County had at least one day off. So I don't know if any attention can be paid to that or addressed for next year. That would be great.
Okay, thank you so much for acknowledging that. Thank you. Okay, so at this time, the second public comment section is closed, and we will move on to board comments. Okay, we'll start off with trustee Jones.
I'm always the leadoff hitter here. Huh? It's just because I'm the new guy.
No,
It's seating, all right.
I used to start on my left, but we'll get started.
First off, happy Rosh Hashanah to everybody that's celebrating out there and in here. I want to thank everybody for their presentations tonight. Very informative. I was really struck by the cell phone presentation, and all the presentations were great. So I'm not shortchanging anybody, but when my son was in ninth grade last year, and I guess he had one of those pilot classes, his math class. And when I went to back to school night and they showed us where you put the cell phone in, I was like blown away because these kids are so distracted, and it's like not just kids, it's adults that can't control it, myself among them sometimes. And so like I can't imagine what it's like to teach kids when they have computers in their pocket all day long and alerts going off. I mean, that is such a challenging thing, and I know that's an understatement, but I think they like this program is so incredibly important. And it's really something that I think if they can learn how to, at this time developmentally, learn how to get by without their cell phone on them, I think that's going to benefit them so much when they get out into the world post high school. And I think it's a really big deal. And I think shout out to the administration and the teachers, because it's a really good job. And that's about all I have to say. Thank you. Oh, and also one more thing. Back to school night was incredible. I got the chance to go to 3 of them because one was actually for me to go for my son, but really organized, and the grounds looked really great again. So shout out to Mr. Feliz and his staff, but really organized and really impressive from a trustee standpoint, but also from a parent standpoint, just coming in and a lot of people out there showing you where to go. Everybody had kids out there too, pointing you around, showing you, just everybody explaining everything, and it was really well organized, really impressive. So hats off to everybody involved in that. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm gonna switch it off and look to my left, and I'm gonna go to trustee Austin Balaputra.
I get to go next. Yeah.
Change is good.
Yes. I echo many of the sentiments. The presentations tonight were great. Mrs. Marks, thank you for such a concise and clear presentation. I love the cell phone presentation. It puts my heart at ease that it seems to be working, knock wood, like Mr. Montesano said. Mr. Felicia did a great job, not just in the presentation, but in the work that's been done. I appreciate it. I had the opportunity to attend back to school night at Jackson Avenue at the middle school. And the first thing I noticed was how great the buildings look. From your maintenance team and the custodians, they did a great job. Mr. Moran and his team, it was well organized, well run. The parents knew exactly what to do, where to go. All the parents looked very happy at the middle school. Shout out to Dr. Whiting, who put us to work. I thought I was just gonna stand there and wave and look pretty. She's like, no, you should walk classrooms on the second floor to see if parents are happy. So I had a great and engaging time as a board trustee. And I looked at it through the lens of a parent and as a trustee. I appreciate the outreach by the various PTAs from different schools. We've heard from a lot of them. They've, been going broke buying T-shirts and whatnot, but it's exciting to hear because having that direct outreach from the PTAs lets us know about the events faster and gets us involved. The shopping situation is getting a little dire, but I now have a shirt from almost every school. I appreciated the upgrade at the middle school, especially because my former classroom overlooked that desert looking space. So to see that grass was amazing. I think those are my comments. Thank you very much.
Thank you, trustee Carroll.
Oh,
I
flip flop, here we go. Happy Rosh Hashanah again to our Jewish community. I want to recognize, acknowledge Hispanic Heritage Month as well. Looking forward to going to the high school and see our students and possibly our staff with their presentations. All the presentations tonight were great. Cell phone policy, I want to thank Mr. Montesano and his staff for updating us and showing us the responses to the students, as well as the teachers, and also to the two students that came up and spoke themselves about the cell phone policy. I will say, I have two daughters in the high school, and my girls at home live on their phone, on the couch, on the phone 24/7. Punishment for them is going outside. So when the policy first came out, it was like, can't say that, hold on. Like the world was gonna end. So, but, it didn't affect them like in that kind of way. It's actually beneficial to the students and the teachers, and it's gonna, as you can see, it's helping with their learning. So I was glad to see that. Also want to thank Pablo for his presentations. I'll tell you right now, I'm on the Buildings and Grounds, and myself, as well as Trustee Martin, works closely with Pablo and Ali on a lot of these things. And his presentation was very modest. Very modest, because he's definitely gonna have to come back up here and show a lot of the things that they do. Not only to the sports facilities, but to every school here. Miss Petaway? Miss Petway or Petaway? Petway, Miss Petway, thanks for coming up and speaking. And we look forward to seeing your email. Okay, and we will get back to you. All right. Public speaking, you didn't do too bad with the public speaking. Okay, just so you know, you just come more often. All right. And that's it to our fall sports. I wish you success on the rest of the season and keep grinding. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Gilmore.
Good evening. I want to thank President Harris and Acting Superintendent Andrea Oates Parchment for your great leadership. Jennifer, you work tirelessly. I don't know how you do it, but thank you for your hard work, because we are really making a difference, I believe. The past month, I've been out in the community. I had the opportunity to attend 2 football games on Friday night under the lights, which was amazing. I got a chance to go hear the Morehouse Band practice, which was amazing. And it was just really nice to be out in the community and, the community was out, they were happy. The weather was amazing. So it was really, a great opportunity to be out in the community. Also attended 2 back-to-school nights. I went to ECDC for the very first time in my life. And I was, really impressed. The kids looked really happy. I also went back to Fairmount, as I mentioned, and I was shocked to not see the brown floors. And the floors looked really amazing. And Principal Adams has command of her school and is doing an amazing job. The presentations were really good. And as I mentioned, I'm interested to see if the test scores go up because of the focus that is now on the teachers and the lessons versus notifications and the cell phone. So I'm really looking forward to see how that pans out. And lastly, I want to wish all of our Jewish residents that are celebrating happy Rosh Hashanah and happy Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm looking forward to the district-wide event. Last year, I really enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to it again. Good night.
Thank you, Trustee Gilmore. Trustee Martin.
First, I'd like to thank Ms. Petway for coming up. A job well done. This is what we encourage our residents to do, to come up, let us know your thoughts, your feelings, and address that to us. And that was a job well done. We hope that you continue on looking to your school, and see things that you don't like or you like, and let us know. Keep up the good work and encourage your friends and other adults to do the same, to come to the mic and in person and let us know their feelings. That's what we're here for. Also, we attended, all the board members had attended over the summer, numerous events and activities that was going on, such as the middle school bag giveaway, which was great. It was, I tell you, that was a lot of fun, and watching the kids out there receiving gifts, and Miss Whiting and her team kept everybody busy out there, and they left with something in their hands. So to Miss Whiting and the team at the middle school that you do every year, thank you for your hard work and keep up the good work on that. I like to I want to also thank Mr. Montesano and his administrative staff, as well as the students. Mostly, you guys put that cell phone what do you want to call it? Cell phone policy, indeed, together, and procedure, protocol. Anyone else?
Thesaurus, we are in the library.
We do. Absolutely. No, but all jokes aside, the cell phone policy protocol, et cetera. You guys put that together, and for what I understand, the middle schools are going to jump on board, which is a good idea. As the kids move through the district, it would be much easier for the administrators, staff at the high school, because the students will be conditioned on what to do and the procedures on what to do with their cell phones. And at the end, the results will pay off. It's just, it has to get something out of it. And I think that as Trustee Gilmore said, the grades will go up, the students will become more disciplined in their studies, and we should see big results. So I'm glad that's in place. Also, to Pablo, our building coordinator. That was a great presentation. As Trustee Carroll said, myself, him, and Trustee Stein, we on that committee, and we work very closely with you. We want to continue on working closely with you. And as Trustee Carroll said, that was very modest. There's much, much more things that you do that the community don't know. They see it, but they don't know how much work and effort you put into it. And you said, like you said, when you and your team put the projects together, you put it together as if you're working on your own home, and the results really show. And also, there's as the committee, we know that there's many more projects to come, and Mr. And Pablo, he will keep us, you, the community, informed of what's some of the projects are when they complete it. And I think that's it. Again, thank you, and have a good evening.
Thank you, Trustee Martin. Trustee Pringle.
I knew it. 50 chance. All right. I want to start off saying happy Rosh Hashanah, happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Also, Little Miss Petway, I don't want to keep putting you on the spot, but we're happy that you came out to come to speak out. We want more students to come out and speak. I can see you in the, probably soon coming up here doing the students report. I can see that. I think that you're gonna get better with public speaking, just practice. Don't be shy. I'm shy. Look at where I'm at now, right? I want to thank everyone for doing their presentations. Everything was wonderful. Pablo, amazing job. As we see, like this was just a touch of what he has done, because myself, Trustee Martin, and Trustee Carroll are on Builders and Grounds. Myself too. And we've seen we've seen a lot of the work that has been done. So I can't wait for everyone to see all the work that Buildings and Grounds has done. I want to thank Principal Dr. Soto for opening her arms to us at Hiller School. Again, myself and Jennifer went there for a back to school night, and it was wonderful. The floors look good. The auditorium looks amazing. The staff seem very happy, the parents and the students. Yes, and basically that's it. Y'all know I'm not long-winded. I want to send blessings and prayers for our students, staff, and administrators for a wonderful start of the school year. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Gilmore. I'm sorry, Pringle. This is what happens when I'm going back and forth. Trustee Amber Hamza.
Thank you. Yes, I want to first welcome back all of our students and wish good luck to our Comets, our scholars, our athletes, all of our performers. We wish you a very successful school year. And I want to thank all of our teachers, our staff, our central office team, all of our administrators for all that you do in making sure that our students have the best education, a wonderful, safe environment to study and learn in. And so thank you all for all that you do. Again, thank you to everyone who gave us presentations today. It really does contribute to the wonderful environment for learning for our students. And an ongoing thanks to our acting superintendent, assistant superintendent, our acting business administrator for all that you do. There's so much that goes into making sure that we are up and running, and these are very challenging times. just in the current environment, we continue to see, a lot of attacks on our immigrant students and their families, our LGBTQ community. And so we again thank all of our staff and administrators who really work to support all of our families. Also, to echo some of the other comments, looking forward to celebrating the Hispanic Heritage Month celebration in a couple of weeks. And just some congratulations to those who worked hard for the Sustainable New Jersey recognition. I think that's wonderful. And I too had the opportunity to attend back to school night at the middle school. And, it's really great to see Dr. Whiting and her fabulous team in action, and, how welcomed our students and their families were at the middle school. And I heard that all of the back to school nights were equally as welcoming and wonderful. So thank you all for making that happen. And lastly, but certainly not least, I want to wish our Jewish students, their families, and our own Vice President Stein a happy Rosh Hashanah, a good and sweet new year. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Emma Hemsa. Okay. Me? Yeah, next. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly get this out of the way. Happy belated birthday to our Trustee Martin. I know he didn't want that to happen, so get that out of the way first. So from September 15th to October 15th, we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. It's a time to celebrate the culture and representation that make Hackensack so special, with 65% of our student body being Hispanic. As a proud Latina, ComEd alumna, and board president, I look forward to joining our students at the assembly on Tuesday, October 14th, as they proudly showcase their knowledge and heritage. Oh, I should have told our translators, I'm gonna say it in Spanish. Del 15 de septiembre al 15 de octubre celebramos el mes de la herencia hispana. Es un tiempo para celebrar la cultura y la representación que hacen a Hackensack tan especial, con los 65 de nuestros estudiantes siendo hispanos. Como orgullosa latina y exalumna ComEd y presidenta de la Junta de Educación, espero con alegría unirme a nuestros estudiantes en la asamblea donde mostrarán con orgullo sus conocimientos y herencia. Thank you. Now for back to school night. Again, as everyone said, it was a huge success. I want to thank my fellow board members for attending, for sticking to the school that you are committed to. Again, it doesn't limit us to go to any of the other events or other schools, but I just want to thank for your commitment. We all said we wanted to be present at the schools, especially our elementary schools, and we were there. And thank you to the administrative team for opening up your arms and allowing us to be there and support you in whatever way we could have been there for you. The other thing, thank you to our presentations today, the Hackensack High School administrative team, the students for their cell phone presentation, Ms. Marks for your graduation pathways. Thank you for being quick and concise. And to our buildings and grounds team, to Pablo, Juan Feliz, whichever name you go by now. We appreciate, and we know as part of the buildings and grounds team, there is so much more going on, but we appreciate the highlights that you gave us. Last but not least, we are going to be soon checking off one of our board goals, where the majority of the board will be attending our Bergen County, New Jersey School Board's fall meeting, which is happening next week, where we'll be discussing school finance fundamentals with other school districts from Bergen County. I believe that is it for my report. Yeah, that is all. Just want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Those of you who are watching online, great kickoff to September, to the school year, and looking forward to seeing everyone in October. Have a great evening. Oh, before I say that, wait, can I have a motion to close our board meeting? Motion by trustee Carroll. Can I have a second? Second by trustee Pringle. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. It is 9:24. Get home safe.